mumble under your breath. I doubt you know what she said. Let's get this off of your chest. Right here, right now. I'm trying to make this a mess. We're trying to run in the dark. We're making reasons to destroy what we needed, 'cause we're addicted to bleeding hearts. Got me fighting naked, nothing sacred. We're tearing paint off the walls. Nights are made of kiss and makeup. It's on the edge of emotion. I see that look in your eyes. Heartbeats get in the way. I see that look in your face. I can't take it away. Oh God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Oh God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. Oh God, that's the trouble with me. I need the trouble with you. Oh God, that's the trouble with us. I need the trouble to trust. I see you looking at me. You let me under your dress, but you won't show me your heart. Teach me a lesson, I guess. I still go back to the dark. I'm trying to clean up the mess. Girl, I don't know where to start. We're in the season of deliberately needing a fire to burn in our hearts. Fighting naked, nothing sacred.
All right. Well, we didn't adjust the cam. Let's do that real quick. Who cares if there's music playing? Configure video. I see that look in your face. It's hard to hit those really high notes. Oops, I adjusted it really bad. Okay. Bring this down to 3,140. Let's bring up... No, we don't need the sharpness. Bring the gain up a little bit. To 26 works pretty good. Whoa! Okay. Good enough, right? Who gives a shit? Alright. Let's turn off the music now that it ended. That was Chet Faker. The trouble with us. Joining me is you. I can't speak. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Eric, Games&Greenz, smoking weed, playing games. We're gonna play Greed Corp today. Greed Corp is a game that I used to play on the PS3 with friends. And I used to be really good at it. It's been a really long time. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it, but I used to kick their asses, because it is multiplayer, but we're not going to play multiplayer today because I've tried before and no one plays this game because it's from 2010, so there's no one to match with. Oh, some coffee. So yeah, we're smoking some Ultra Sonja. See if we can get a nice little look inside there. Focus, you fuck. So, a little bit of weed in here. Let's pack a bowl. So yeah, I also this game for some reason, because it takes some brain power. Like it's casual puzzle or casual strategy game or something they call it, but it takes some brain power. And I remember when I was playing this, And when I got to the harder levels, I would dream about the tiles. Here we go, it went on. So, yeah. Anyway. So, let's get into it. Let's open up Steam here. Let's play Greed Corp. It's gonna be loud, I apologize. Because I haven't set the volume. I haven't done anything. Truth. I need to to put the exe in here. Greed Corp. Boop. Oh baby. There it is. Beautiful. W Games. Oh. And that's the loudness I was talking about. Oh, apologies. Shoot. Okay, sorry, you missed not much. Greed Corp. Alright, coffee's gone, onto the water. Okay. Yes. Music is just amazing. Okay. Click to start. Settings. Effect volume, we're gonna have to go down to here. That's good. Maybe I'll drop this to 30. There we go. Alright, let's get started. Let's do the fucking campaign. Okay, so we're gonna start as the Freemen, I guess. Or, you know what? We could start as the Pirates, the Cartel, or the Empire. But we're gonna start with... I'm guessing they want you to start with Freemen. It seems like it's the easiest path. So, let's get on to it. Mokash Dam. Mokash Dam. The Freemen. Preservationists in a world divided by greed. All they want is to be left alone, to live in peace. Far away from the rambling earths, far away from the war over resources which are worth nothing, and yet so much. It was too much to ask. The harvesters are coming. They can not yet be seen, but the smoke and dust that fill the sky give away the approaching devastation. The ground trembles as if it fears what is coming. I can't read. Cartel scouts appear on the other side of the Mokash Dam, forcing this Freeman tribe to resort to the same methods as the enemies they so loathe. No peace without war, so it seems. Okay, so this game is a tile-based game, okay? Okay, I can tell I'm gonna have to go... Oh, wait, let's turn this down. Okay. So, it's really hard to explain. There's money involved. There's building little men. Okay. How do you explain this game? I guess you'll just have to see, and I gotta learn it again too because it's been so long. I did play the tutorial a little bit ago just to kind of refresh it, and that was like a week ago, so... Alright, I know we need to put something like that down. And let's put some people on here. We want to explore as much as we can. And we ran out of money, so we're gonna have to skip our turn. Alright, so we have 10. We're gonna have to make some... We're out of money, but... So this is all our land now, right? This is all the cartel's land. This is free land that we need to take. And then we need to take all this as well. And by taking... I'll show you. Ooh, shit. I didn't see they had that up there already. Ooh, it's gonna be ahead of me on monies. Oh, wow, he's really gonna go nuts, isn't he? Oh! Whoa. Okay. Okay. Let's put a harvester down here. And a harvester... here. Let's move these guys. Okay. See, now they're gonna get a lot of money from the mining. Okay, so they're mining this. Now these tiles here, if once they get mined one more time, they're gonna fall down and they're gonna break and they're gonna lose everything on those tiles. See how we got all that money for all these tiles that are breaking? Now that is how you defeat the enemy, okay? Either you destroy them by taking over their land by... So he's got 4 guys, I got 4 guys. If I were to send these 4 guys over here, it'll become mine because I killed his guys there, right? So that... You'll see. Let's just play. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna refresh these to make sure we aren't missing anybody. Ooh, an eagle. Okay. So if you notice this little thing that's hovering over it, it's got 2 dots. Do you see the 2 dots on my cursor there? That means that's got 2 more times before it's gonna fall. So it's got 2 more layers. That probably doesn't make any fucking sense, but... Okay, we need to make some more guys. Oops. And then, to move... Oops. I'm gonna move all these guys. These 2. Then he can't take... I mean, he could kill these 2 guys, but that'll leave him with 2. And then I can easily kill him, and he's got nothing left. Okay. I want to put a harvester... That's dangerous. Alright, not yet. Oh, wait, maybe. Let's put it there. Fuck it. Alright. Yeah. See something. Oh, sorry about that. try to make these a little smaller. Good enough. Alright, sorry. Just adjusting crap. I don't think this is low enough. Alright, it's just showing my chin. My chubby chin. Okay, so we got these ones are about to die on the next slam down. Let's move all those guys away. And alright, I'm gonna put that down because it's clearly gonna come to shooting because they've already separated the gap by crushing theirs away. I missed that part. Ah, shoot. Wish I didn't do what I did. Oh, woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? Gotta make men. Okay. They got lots of money for that, but their resources are low. Oh, they already got a gun. Ooh. Interesting. We got a bullet loaded. Okay, we got a full 16. 16 men. Okay, next turn I think we can shoot. So they're just, oop, they loaded a shot. Okay, let's shoot here. Let's take that fucking thing out right there. And with that, we'll go all those men they just made. Yeah. Yes. Let's load another bullet. Let's move all those men. I think we're good. No, let's put one of these here for the money. Oh. He shot at my thing. Oh, he's shooting at my gun. That's shitty. Take this, motherfucker. Oh. So we built a plane. So we'll be able to take these 16 men and we're going to be able to drop them off on here. After... Let's move those guys. Okay, we have to skip our turn. So they're gonna shoot again. They're gonna take out my gun. I guess not. Ooh, I see what they did. Oh, they're preparing. Oh man, they're good. Computer's good. I don't have a fucking shot in there either. I'm an idiot. Like 8 more men. Let's get a bullet. Oh shit, nope, that's not a good idea. We wasted that. Damn it. Alright, whatever. We just gotta take our fate. We might lose this first game. I'm rusty. Shit. He's good. He's good. Guess we have to, right? There's... I don't know if they can reach this. I don't think they can reach that one, but we'll see. I'm gonna go here. Shit, I should have moved him. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. We gotta get rid of his shit. Those guys off there. Those guys on here. Need to load a bullet to create more men. Shit. It's gonna go for here. Which lowered it one. That's what it does, it lowers it one. Gotta go for his gun, we gotta take that thing out. Okay, wait. Not good. But we have 216 teams. Oh, he, I see, okay. Let's take out... some of his guys. Shoot. I wonder if... I'm gonna try something. Oh, it won't let me? Need to carry to move. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, let's see if this turns it into mine. Yes, okay. Ah, we win. We win. So what I just did there is I planted one of my harvesters on his shit. So now it's gonna, next turn it's gonna go whoop whoop poof, and kill all his guys and I win. Good game, guys. They're gonna fly over, I think, yeah. Well, I guess they might... No, they're not gonna win. They just took over my area, but we'll take it back in 1 sec. Oh shit, never mind. Oh, okay, never mind. He's gonna fuck himself up, I think. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Oops. We'll shoot at this guy. I think we might win if we kill that guy, actually. No, I guess it doesn't win, but... Oh. Actually, this isn't good. Oh no. Okay. Shit. Oh, it won't let us put any guys down. Shoot. We might have lost this. Oh, he did a good move. He did a good move. Shit. He won. Yep. Oh, he's good. He's good. All right, we got the gist of it now. Okay. That sucks. All right. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, that's nice, actually. Alright, no one else can explore. Man, can't believe that. It gets hard, man. This game gets really fucking hard. The computer gets really good. And then when you're fighting actual people... When you're fighting actual people, man, they're smart. Okay. They're already ahead of the money again. They do the same thing every time. Okay. I want those resources. Fuck off. Four over there. Let's build a few more men. And get the fuck out of here. Boom. Monies, monies, monies. I guess. Might not have been a good idea. He's gonna steal it. He'll steal it. Not that it matters, it's got one hit left. Let's load a bullet. Let's make some more men. Yeah. Shoot this one down a peg or two, huh? Boom. Let's make men. And yep, let's get the hell out of here. He's fucked. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, they bought a plane. Keep fucking him over. They're gonna try to fly over here. Fuck up his group of people. Oh, the numbers aren't high enough. Oh, they're going over. Just gonna put a thing down. Yep. Look like a fool. Oh. Let's take this bullet. Shoot this group. Let's put seven guys down there. Add 8. And a bullet. And just pray. Sweet. That was the best move, but I don't think it was. I think we had to, tell you the truth, because it was just going to keep going. Fuck your shit. There, so he can't possibly do anything now. He loses, I think. Let's buy one of those. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So now we're gonna take these 16 guys, and we're gonna send them over there. And we should be the wieners. Only took 2 times, boys. Only took 2 times. Victory, but an empty one. The cartel scouts that escaped will undoubtedly report back and request for their larger attack force to deal with these pesky freemen. Tormented by the forced decisions to pick up the arms and take part in the conflict they worked so hard to avoid, the tribe leaders gathered to determine whether further involvement. Gather to determine their further involvement. You've earned what's before and now. Okay. 6. Let's move on. And each time the grid's different, obviously. It's a little different. It's harder to figure out. It has been decided. This region, which has long been a refuge for outcasts and deserters, is no longer safe. There is a place long thought to be the last location that would be fought over, where the freemen must go and establish a new home. A desolate and sun-scorched place called the Revamaris Plains. The journey will be long and dangerous, starting with crossing the Makash Dam to the Marana Plateau. As expected, the cartel is hard at work to claim this territory, but its progress is slowed down by the presence of pirates. An irresponsible bunch they are, hostile to anyone but their own kind and willing to profit from the war in any way they can. Smoke weed, I got that. I got you, man. The white got a lot brighter. I'm sorry about the super bright. Okay. I will pack a bowl in 1 second. Oh man. Let's spread our territory, huh? Oh, there's 2. Oh, forgot. We're fighting against 2 others. Oh man, we gotta worry about a lot now. Wow, that. So the orange is the pirates. I don't have a weed bong. Here, let me switch over to smoke. I don't have a weed bong. I have a dab rig, but I don't have any fucking anything to dab. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a bong for flour, and I don't have any fucking dabs. You know, no fucking shatter or wax or anything, which sucks. But we can smoke some flour. I have Ultra Sonja. Let me get this. Come on. Now it doesn't want to focus. That's nuts. There it goes. There it goes. I live in Colorado, so this is medical. That's why we got all this information. So we've got a sativa, Ultra Sonja, and it's about 12 to 16% THC. So it's a little mixture in there. Let's pack a bowl here. Stick out. Where are you from? I would try to say your name, but I'm gonna totally fuck it up. I don't know how to say that. Enrique? Enrique? I don't know. Can I just call you M? Okay. Here we go. Got a bowl packed. Canada. Nice. So it's legal for you everywhere. Nice. Yeah, Enrique. I don't know which one. M? Okay. That's a lot easier. You know, it would be a different story if you were to tell me what your name was so I could say that back to you, but trying to guess just feels shitty. How is Canada? Today we got dumped on with snow, man. It was a blizzard. Okay, perfect. And it is. Got like 5 inches of snow in just a few hours. It was a crazy blizzard this morning. I wondered why it got so cold in the bedroom. Oh my god. Oh, the white balance is terrible. Oh, configure video. Bring the gain down a little. And then the white balance down. White balance up. Look at the difference between that notch and that notch. It's nuts. Alright. It looks a little better, not as washed out. Oh, let's see. What is your condition? Oh, just life. Well, you know, it's not, you're not supposed to, but my wife is the medical patient. She has knee surgeries that she just had it again. But she had 2 knee surgeries where they moved her knee, and so they had to cut muscles and ligaments and tendons and things like that to move her knee into the right position on both knees. And then she recently had the screws removed from where they had to screw the ligaments back to the knee. She had those removed, and the bone had grown over the screws, which made it so it was super painful for her to even kneel or anything. So they had to break the bone and had to get the screws out. You can donate, but I just I feel bad taking money from people. I don't have a condition if you're like worried about me. Oh yeah, she's good now. It's actually much better. She, you know, it's healing still from the bone being broken or whatever, but the knee surgeries was when she was like 24 or something. She's 33 now, so 10 years ago or so. But she just had surgery like 3 months ago to get that bone broken and take the screws out. Oh, it's so gross. The screws are like this long, and they're like self-tappers on the front, and then they're like real coarse threads. Ugh, it's like an Allen key. And apparently they have a lot of different Allen heads, because like this thing that held her surgery up for so long was that she couldn't get the information from her original doctor of what screwdriver head to use. And that was the only thing holding it up. And I'm like, why can't they just bring in a thing of fucking bits and be like, that one fits? I mean, it has to be sterilized, obviously, but sterilized like, you know, 5 bits that you probably think it's gonna be. I guess if you were wrong, though, that would suck. And then you have to wait, and someone's sedated, and... Oh, God. You name it, man. You name it. I really try really hard not to get stuck in the, you know how, like, obviously I'm not a ninja or whatever. Cryptic, how's it going, man? Part of the R team. The R team. I need to get, like, a badge. You need to get some things made that's like the R team. So you like make a logo. Anyway, fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck. I totally forgot what I was talking about. Whoa. Oh, okay, yeah. Like, you know, like a ninja or whatever. He's stuck playing fucking Fortnite, man. You know what I mean? Like, he can't go to any other game. He's fucked. So I try to play as many different games that I possibly can to not get stuck down into that thing. Obviously, I only have, like, less than 100 followers, but still, like, to get stuck in one game would just be so depressing. I bet he just cries at night because he has to play Fortnite. I've seen Shroud or whatever. He keeps switching up games, which is smart of him to do because... But he is stuck playing shooters, pretty much, you know, because that's his... He's a good player at shooters and shit. Anyway, talking about other people. But I play everything, dude. Everything. What would you like to see is the question. Alright, I gotta play. Let's play this. He was drinking and was rubbing his eyes and it got infected? Oh, that's disgusting. How do you do that? So did he have like alcohol? Even alcohol though, it's like sanitizing, right? Just rubbing alcohol in his eyes? Yes, he should. He should just record himself like not being able to see. Like, I just got inked. And then you could put, like, a thing, you know, like, swimming away. Alright, okay, I gotta switch. I'm getting off topic. Playing video games here. Okay. This game's a bit weird. I wouldn't surprise me if you didn't want to watch it. Oh, for sure. And I'm not saying that Fortnite's bad or anything. I suck at Fortnite. I'm just saying to be somebody who, if you're stuck playing a game, you know, it'd be like if I was stuck playing this game every day, dude, I'd want to blow my brains out. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. I've played lots of Fortnite on stream. It's just, I'm so bad at it that it's like embarrassing. You know what I mean? So I tend to stick to games that I can play. How many are on here? 3? We're just gonna have to crank up production on men. Got some meds and eye wash. Well, I hope he's getting better because that sounds horrible, man. I really hate my eyes. Like, I love my eyes, but I hate anything happening to them. It really disgusts me. It's like, oh. Have you seen Fire in the Sky? Oh my god. I used to have nightmares about that movie. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about? When he's strapped down, and then they put that fucking thing down his throat, and they start putting in that, what looks like grease, and then they bring those needles down straight into his eye. Oh my god, dude, that shit just traumatized me as a little boy. Like, traumatized me. Okay, I don't know what I should be doing. I'm confused. Not confused, but like, should I keep an area back here, or should I take? I think we're gonna put a harvester right here. And then step up production on some men's. Here we go. Oh, I don't make money. I only do this for a few hours a day. I'm a stay-at-home dad. So I smoke weed and then I play video games for while my daughter's asleep in the back. And then I put it all away. And then I bring it out when my wife comes home and then the baby goes to bed. So then she's not exposed to the weed or anything. Everyone's like, oh my god, you smoke weed. But it's like, do you drink alcohol? You know? But anyway. So yeah, I just watch my daughter all day. I bring her to school. She's only 2.5. She's almost 3. So... Put that up there. Do that, and then we'll get oh, and my day, sorry, I didn't read all your things. My day is actually going really well. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a job eventually. I just gotta, it's cheaper right now for me to stay home and watch my kid than it is for daycare out here. You know, I'd be spending as much money as I would be making to pay for her daycare, and it's just because I haven't been, you know, I haven't worked for the last 2.5 years, so any job I'm gonna get isn't gonna pay a ton, you know? So, it's just cheaper right now. My wife's going to school for database management, and she's almost done. Next year she'll be done with it, and hopefully she gets a nice job where that covers pretty much everything, and then I can just... I mean, right now her job covers everything, which is really nice. I mean, we're not... I mean, we are super broke right now until we get taxes, but once taxes comes in, we'll be sitting pretty for a while, you know? But she makes enough for us to survive and to smoke weed, and, you know, so we're not, like, you know, complaining or anything. I don't know why I keep getting on these tangents. Like I said, though, yeah, I'm so stoned, man. It snowed like crazy today. Like I said, like 5 inches this morning in like 3 hours. It was really crazy. And now the sun's out, and because it's Colorado, it's melting, and there's almost gone. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Everything that was on my car melted off. It's already gone. I fucking love it. I come from Minnesota originally. When I was born in Minnesota, St. Paul. But their winters there, man. Problem is once the snow comes, it doesn't leave. Because the sun is so far up that it doesn't melt anything, even if it's out. It's just cold, and it's icy, and the roads are all fucked up. Hate it. Hate it. Roads are dry. Or not dry, but, you know, wet, not slippery. Your school? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think we'll be okay, though. And it's nice that I get to, you know, I'm the one that gets to spend all the time with my daughter and not some stranger, you know, that's just being paid to do it. So it's kind of nice. Fuck you. I think I just gave them money. Let's make more men. I think that's all we can do. I could, but oh my god. 1 2.5-year-old makes me want to go nuts. I couldn't imagine all those little souls to take care of. It's scary. This guy's growing. But it is a good idea. I've thought about it, but yeah. I know the neighbor lady across the street does. Look at all that monies. Take this over. I'm gonna put that there. Take that. And we're gonna put some men there. That guy there. Put 4 there. Let's take this. And make more men. I think we're good. Maybe put this up here. Like illegal food reviews. It's funny when you say Randy, I think of Trailer Park Boys. Alright. Shoot, they got some nice high ground here, but oh, sacrifice. These men. It's gonna fall anyway. Yeah, let's sacrifice this. Or do we need to? It's gonna fall. He might take it, so yeah. Not that it would mattered if he took it, because it still would have fallen. I would have got... No, maybe I wouldn't have got the money. That. Let's make some more men. Let's put a gun. Okay. I think that's all we can do. Unless, no, because it's gonna go next turn. Okay. He's got a lot of guys over there, though. So let's unpack that. My favorite way to smoke is what you're seeing right here. Just like a little chillum. You know, it holds a little bit more than like a one heat. It's like 2 or 3 hits worth, you know? And then, just flower, man. Just smoke flower. I love it. Or a joint. I really like a joint. The problem is if I smoke too many joints, because sometimes we get a pack of like 7 joints. And when you're smoking big cones right after another, your lungs just get fried, you know? And then by the time you're on your 4th joint, not like in a row, but throughout the day, like your 4th joint, it becomes every hit makes you cough really hard. Just even if it's a little hit. It's really weird. It's really weird. But my wife is the same way. She gets the same way. So if we just smoke a little... I would get a bong. You know, money permitting or whatever, but I have like really shitty lungs to begin with. I had asthma as a kid. I'm a fat dude, so it doesn't help. But bongs just like fucking rip me apart. Like, I'll cough for like 20 minutes and be all red in the face and drool. The first time I smoked really good weed, like we used to call it nugs, was what it was, you know, swag and nugs. You know, swag is the Mexican weed that's like full of beans and full of sticks, and you'd clean a quarter of it, and it'd end up being like an eighth of actual smokable weed. That's what I started smoking on. And then a few years later, we got introduced to like good weed, like, you know, the stuff like this, but it wasn't like this. But I distinctly remember it being lime green and smelling like paint, like wet paint. But obviously it didn't smell like that, but it was so potent and it was so different from anything I smelt. Anyway, I took a rip of that shit from a bong. It was the first time I smoked nugs, and I smoked it like I was some swag. I took a big rip. Next thing I know, I'm coughing. I just throw up all over the floor because I coughed way too hard. So that was my first experience with really good weed. Minnie Randy. Osseo. Oh, Osseo. Okay. Osseo. I know where Osseo is. That's not far from where I grew up, to tell you the truth. In the 80s. Okay, so he's a little older. A little older. When did you first smoke and what's your story? I grew up in Minnesota. I have a sister who's older than me and a brother who's older than me. Brother is the oldest. Sister is the middle. My mother raised us. My dad... I mean, he was there, but he was like one of those dads that was like, you know, every other weekend, that's when we saw our dad. They were divorced. So every other weekend we go to our dad's, but he was trying to be a fucking rock star. At least now he's given it up. He's 60 years old. He still goes out and plays, but he was trying to be a fucking rock star. So he'd always pawn us over at our fucking grandma's house when we had only a couple days with him out of the month. So it was kind of shitty, but my mom raised us. She owned her own business. She ended up getting cancer, leukemia, and she got through it, thank God. Weed helped a lot, thank God, because it allowed her to eat, which was super nice. I sucked at school. I did really shitty. I started smoking weed at 13, which I don't advise people to do, because it does have a lack of motivation. Especially when it comes to shit you don't care about, which was school for me, which was really shitty. But, so yeah, then, you know, 13, I was in 7th grade when I started smoking. And then I failed 7th grade because I didn't pay attention or go to school. And that really showed in my grades. So I ended up having to repeat 7th grade. I did 8th grade. I did about 2 weeks of 9th grade, and then I quit. And so that was high school. Like, the first couple weeks of high school, I just quit. I go, you know what, this is so fucking stupid. But I had a job I was doing. I was working with my uncle-in-law, which isn't real. I mean, I guess it is just in-law. Anyway. A one-handed Arabian man. He owned a business out of his garage doing... I gotta turn that down. Doing detailing cars. So he was cleaning cars for not locals, kind of far, dealerships. So he's cleaning cars for dealerships. You know how they get trade-ins, they have to be cleaned up so they can go out on the lot. So I ended up helping him with that, and then I got my first car at 16, which was a 1990 Bonneville. I traded that in like 6 months later. Not traded it, but my uncle-in-law's grandma or mother or something, I think it was his grandma, had a 1991 Cadillac with only like 50,000 miles on it. And mint. It was a DeVille. It was maroon. So I picked that thing up for like $2,000 from him while I was working for him. So he knew where the money was coming from. And then, shit. God damn, I could go on forever. So eventually, my brother started working there with me, detailing cars. Eventually, my uncle stopped doing it. and we took over the business. So we were running a detail business at like 17. My brother was like 18, 19, something like that. And then, no, he must have been almost 20. So then we're just, you know, back and forth. My mom was going through cancer while I was like 17, 18. And, so, you know, just doing our own thing, smoking weed, hanging out with people. And then, fuck. Jesus. Then I went, trying to think of the time span. So, yeah, then I had my Cadillac, which had some fucking issues. It was, I mean, it ran really good for like 110,000 miles, but then it just gave up. Like, I think the torque converter gave up because it was hell, dude. That car sucked. The AC gave out, the fucking everything. But it was fun while it lasted. It had a V8 and shit. Anyway, I ended up, for some reason, getting offered a job installing Snap Fitnesses. I'm not sure, you know, probably don't see them in Canada, but they're out here. They're like a 24-hour gym, you know, like where you can use a key card and get in. I was an installer for it when it first began, so I would install the security system, the TVs, the dish network, the computers, the key scanner or card scanner bullshit. And it was a pain in the ass, but it was fun because I traveled around the United States with a friend, which was my brother's friend growing up, Matt. So it was an older, not older, but a couple years older, so, you know, kind of look up to older people. So traveled around the country, did that shit for a few years. Then I had to give it a break because when you travel like I was, you had 2 days off a month. It was stressful. It was really stressful. So then I ended up working at a body shop with my brother in St. Paul. Then we quit that together because they were being assholes. So we walked into their office and said, "Fuck you, we're out," and we just left. They didn't like that. But we were their only detailers, like full detailers. You know, like, I don't know if you know if at a body shop, when a car comes out of being painted and whatnot, like, the paint isn't perfect. It needs a lot of work to become what it looks like from a factory or whatever. We were the people that would do that, you know, with the buffers and the sanding, and you'd have to make everything look right, clean it all up, all blah, 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 blah. So they were pissed because they didn't have anybody to do that to their cars after we quit. So they had to just figure it out. It was good. They were dicks, dude. They were dicks. The Latiff brothers is their name. Scummy. So then me and my brother ended up going to work for Snap again and installing around the country again. So I did that for about 5 years, traveling around the country doing that bullshit. But I smoked every day, and I had spots around the country where I could get weed. I had Columbus, Ohio. I had California. There was a place in San Diego. Vegas, I could if I needed it, but it was hard. Nowadays, it's not hard. Fuck. Minnesota, obviously. But that was pretty much it, because if in the proximity of the country, you could drive to whatever. I remember one night I drove from whatever above Detroit all the way down to Columbus, Ohio to get a bag of weed, and all the way back up. And then I once drove from Vegas to San Diego and back in one night for a bag of weed. But anyway, so after that, I just kind of, you know, we were really burnt out on it, so our boss laid us off. Like, I guess it was kind of like a nice thing for him to do because we were so burnt out, and he could lay us off, which meant we could collect unemployment for a little bit. So I did that for a little bit. While I was working for Snap, I bought my first A6. It was a 2000 A6 2.7T with a regular transmission, automatic, which I ended up breaking because it's just not strong enough for the car. And then I loved it as a kid. Oh shit, I'm sorry, Cryptic, hang on a second. Man, I'm just rambling. Anyway, then I bought, while I was still traveling, I bought my second Audi, which is the 2001 2.7 with a 5-speed, which it's been going for the last like 11 years that I've owned it. It's been going great. I need a new clutch in it now, which sucks. But it's still been an amazing fucking car. So I still have that shit that I'm still using. I met my wife when I was 25, right after I stopped working on the road. Then I moved in with my wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, obviously. And then we moved into her parents' house for a couple months. And then we moved out to Colorado. And here we are. 2.5 years later, we've been here for almost 5 years, but we've our kid for 2.5, almost 3 now. So we didn't get to really enjoy ourselves out here, but we still do get time. But that's it. Yep. So now I just sit around, watch TV with my kid, play games, walk, take her to school, blah blah blah. That's my, in a nutshell, story. Obviously, there's like fucking branches off everywhere with shitty things and good things and stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that shit. But that's my basic life story. There we go. Let's see. He said he spent a few days at a workhouse in Plymouth. Oh my god, Plymouth. I had a house in Plymouth, or we rented a place in Plymouth. For a DUI. Now he doesn't drink booze. Well, that's good. Because those DUIs, man. A friend of mine that I knew got like 4. He's still really fucked up. He had a really good job, dude. Just recently, he had a really good job. He had a car, he had a house. And then he got into fucking snorting cocaine with all the local black guys in the neighborhood. And lost his house, lost his car, lost his job. And now he's starting from scratch again for like the 10th time. I feel bad for him, man. He's got issues. He's got that super addictive personality that no matter what he touches. Plus, he's like an alcoholic. He drinks like a fish. But yeah, that sucks for him. I also knew this one girl, stupid ass girl, ended up getting 2 DUIs. I told her, whatever, you keep doing what you do and your life's gonna suck. She should have stuck with me. She would have not gotten any DUIs, but that's her problem. Oh yeah, I've done lots of drugs. I've done lots of shit. We used to snort Ritalin and stuff, and oh my god. Any pill anyone had, I'd take it. Any drink someone had, I'd take it. The problem is when you're young and you have an older brother that's like 3 years older than you, your crowd becomes a lot bigger. And you have these older people that are experiencing things at their right age, but they're also experiencing it around a younger dude like me who wants to do it too. And they're not going to say no. They're fucking young kids. They don't give a shit. So I was experiencing things I shouldn't have, And that's just the problem when you have an age gap between siblings. Which I don't really care because, I'm not a super addictive personality. I hate alcohol. I hate cocaine. I didn't like meth. I've done DMT. I've done mushrooms. I haven't done any ecstasy because I don't need sensations to feel better. I don't give a shit. Weed is the only thing I need because it doesn't matter how stressed you get. You can always smoke a bowl and you end up smiling and laughing and having a good time. If you can't figure out a problem, you can step back, you can smoke a joint, and boom, problem just comes in. You're like, I know exactly what I should be doing. Why did I fucking not know what I'm doing? I love weed. My most fuck-up story. Oh, God. I mean, I pretty much did. You know, failing 7th grade as a teenager is a pretty big fuck up. You know, it's embarrassing, it's shitty. But I just lost my care. I was going through puberty, so all I could think about was weed and females, you know? So it was a bad time. I do have my GED now. I got my GED before my daughter was born. I just don't have anything further than that. But I might one day go to college. You never know. My wife's in college, so she was like, you should go. And I'm like, I don't know what I would go for, but we'll see. Not really. Craziest drug story. Oh my god, the questions! Let's think. I mean, fuck up. God, there's so many, like, embarrassing things that you do when you're growing up. But, I mean, there's nothing that really fucked my shit up really bad. Regrets? Kind of, but yes and no. Like, biggest regret would probably be meeting a certain person, a female. Probably my biggest regret is meeting that person and continuing a conversation. Because that was the biggest fucking hurtest thing ever in my life. But at the same time, you have to say that you can't regret that shit because it got you to where you are today. You know, I wouldn't have met my wife. I wouldn't have traveled around the United States. I wouldn't have done all that shit because if things would have worked out the way I wanted, you know, I would have settled down in Minnesota and probably already had a couple kids. So, you know, like, it's pretty amazing. But at the same time, you know, you can't get stuff off your mind, which is the bummer. But I guess having memories is better than not. Oh, thank you very much. I tend to think so. I'm on the, I'd like to be on the plus side of karma, if that's something. You know what I mean? Like, if that exists, I'd rather be on the, let's be on the blue side, not the red side. You know? Fuck that. So yeah, that would be the biggest regret. Drug story would probably be probably driving around smoking meth. Like, it was really bad. I mean, I didn't do it a lot. I probably done it 5 times in my whole life. But the crowd I was hanging out with was doing it a lot. And they were really, really heavy into it. And I would only stop by once in a while, and I would try it here and there. And I stayed up, like, a night and a half's worth, and I started to be like, I'm seeing shit. I gotta go to bed. I'm done. Like, and I don't know how people can do that. It's crazy. Like, it does feel good. If you've ever had an Adderall, it's basically the same shit. It feels just like an Adderall. But if you just kept doing Adderall and always stayed at that real high peak. So that, I mean, I regret doing that too. But it was an experience. Like, you have to take experiences. The problem is people take these experiences and they go way too fucking far with it, you know? They go and they continue it and they let it become a problem and shit. Can't do it. I mean, the only reason I smoke weed is because you need something, you know? If you're just a straight-laced dude who doesn't drink anything or smoke anything, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna go fucking crazy. You need to have something to unwind, you know, to decompress. And people are probably like, oh, you don't need dependent like that, but those same people probably drink tons of wine at night. So yeah, I don't like booze, but that also filters down to my dad's brother when he was a drunk, man. He was a super drunk. He recently died too, but he's not missed. He's not missed. He lived with my dad's mother up until the point where pretty much till he died, but she had to buy his apartment at 50-something years old. She was paying for his apartment still because they lost the house. And it was really crazy because my grandma had a stroke, so she couldn't take care of this old man anymore, so she ended up having to pay for his fucking... It's crazy. It's just crazy. But anyway, he's dead. He blah, blah, blah. But when my dad would drop us off at my grandma's house so he could go fucking try to be a rock star, my uncle, which is my dad's brother or whatever, would come home at like 2 in the morning, and we're all sleeping on the couch. We're little kids, like really young kids. He'd come in drunk as fuck, and he'd beat the dogs, and then he would fucking try to teach us how to fight, you know, how to bar fight. We're like 5-year-old kids. It was like, it's amazing when you think about it nowadays. It was crazy, dude. It was fucking crazy, and I hate my dad for doing that to us. Like, I hate that he did that. But you just gotta live with it, you know? You gotta fucking live with it. But so booze, and plus that one chick, she was real heavy into the booze, which ended up being, you know, mainly the issue of everything. Because people don't remember anything. They don't remember what they say or do when they're wasted. And I don't deal with that shit. I don't deal with that shit. I like to have a level head even though I'm high. But I like to be able to make decisions. I like to be able to leave a situation if I need to. Fuck that. Alcohol's gross. Favorite drug? Caffeine? I don't do any other drugs. I don't even drink. So... ibuprofen helps a lot. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't do anything else. I didn't. I've never done acid. I actually would like to do acid one day, but I've been too afraid of that. I don't want to have a bad trip. And the problem is I'm the type of person who can get really stuck in my head. Like, I can get so trapped in there, and if I think too hard of even breathing, I start to like lose track of my own breath because I get too fucked up, right? Like, my head will just go so far into it. So I think if I was gonna do acid, I'd start freaking out before it even hit, and I'd be like, oh my god, I don't want to have a bad trip. I don't want to have a bad trip so bad that I would end up having a bad trip. You know what I mean? So I just haven't done that. I haven't done it. I've done shrooms 2 or 3 times, never felt anything. Never felt a fucking thing. And I know they were real because the people I was with were tripping balls. They were seeing elephants and trees and shit. I don't know. I'm that guy, so I need a lot? I don't know. Just never affected me. Another reason why I don't fucking like anything else. Just weed. It makes me high, makes me talkative. Nice, I'm glad. You know, the head's powerful, man. The fucking head. People don't understand how powerful your mind can be. You can really screw yourself up. Yourself, you know? It's... like, recently, the last few years, I've been getting really, really bad anxiety when I get a cold. And it's about breathing, you know? I start to get stuck in my head and I start to think about my breathing too much, and that's what I was talking about. And I'll be laying in bed and my nose is stuffy and my mouth is really dry because I have to breathe through my mouth, so my throat hurts, and I start thinking about all these things and I start taking my own breath away, and it starts giving me a panic attack. And it's just so fucking weird. I mean, obviously I can bring myself out of the panic attack. I get up and I stand around, I go in the living room, and I watch TV and I smoke a bowl, then I get tired again, I go back to sleep. But it's really weird, and that's only in the last few years that I've been doing that, but shit. And I also think it has to do a lot with, you know, boredom, you know, because I don't have a whole lot to think about because all I do is take care of my kid. So my mind doesn't have anywhere to go, you know, which sucks, but like I said, I'd rather raise my kid than some asshole. Someone who doesn't give a fuck. Alright, I need to try to beat this, but then I gotta go. I should be done right now, but We'll wake my kid up in a couple minutes. Okay, come on. Hurry up, motherfuckers. Alright. So we have a little bit of land. We're definitely gonna put this down. Let's load up a bullet. And let's load that. Let's make more men there. Let's move some guys there. I think that's where we're gonna end it. Nice. Oop, sacrifice. Oh, shit. Looks like it's gonna be between the pirates and... Oop, they loaded a bullet. Oh. Oh, look at them fighting. That's awesome. Ooh, they're putting a gun up. We're gonna lose those three, but... Okay, make those guys. Yeah, we need to bring these guys down. Oh, we can't hit him. We'll hit him. So, oh yeah, you asked how this game is played. Let's see. I don't know. Tell you the truth, like I said, I've never done it, but a friend of mine would probably have good advice, but he's really hard to... He's in Minnesota. He's super smart, dude. He's actually part of Mensa, you know, like that elite class of people. If you take that test, you can get into it. He like microdoses every day with shrooms and shit, so I can ask him, and then I can get back to you, but as far as I know, I don't have any idea. That's why I haven't done it. Too afraid. Oh. Cool. Walks around. But this game, you're just like attacking each other, try to get dominance over all the tiles. It's pretty much the end goal. Oh. Purchase one of those. Let's shoot this guy. Nice. One more hit and he's dead, but we can't load anymore, so we're out of monies. Ooh, they put a thing down. Interesting. Let's move all these guys here. Let's load a bullet. Make as many guys as we can. Skip our turn. Thanks for coming by, Cryptic. You have a good one too, man. So with weed, is you have to You know, and that happened to my brother. He doesn't smoke weed because he gets so paranoid. Which Joe Rogan was talking about paranoia with weed as it's not paranoia. You have to think of like the paranoia as heightened senses. You know, instead of you going through life at the 5 miles per hour, you're not kind of going through it. I mean, not as far as moving, but you seem to your senses are heightened. And he was talking about how a lot of kickboxers and a lot of really high champions in those sports all smoke weed because it heightens their senses. You know, because and people start to that feeling of everything starts to really, you know, it starts to bug people and they start to think they're having a bad time. You have to embrace that. And you have to be like, yes, this is what I want out of it. This is what this is what's going to make me feel better. And this is going to break my brain start thinking and talking. And it's just so creative. I love it so much. It's so amazing. You know, it's so sad that it's illegal in places. I'd say, though, if you do have that kind of reaction towards just weed alone, I probably wouldn't go much further than that. Just because there's really no need. You know, like, the problem is, like, okay, shrooms, I think, isn't a very bad thing. And I don't think you're really going to trip very badly on shrooms, especially if you aren't going to take a ton, you know? And everyone reacts differently. But shrooms, even Colorado, I think, is trying to pass a bill where shrooms is legal. So shrooms aren't that terrible, but like acid, even though I want to try it, obviously that's a really high. You can have a really hardcore thing, you know, like the people that did it back in the day when the government was forcing it on them. Those people got really fucked up. So I'm not sure you'd want to. And cocaine and meth and those kind of things. The problem with those things is they're expensive as fuck. They only last for a few minutes, and then you have to do it again. And that's, to me, is awful. And even though I smoke a lot, but that's just because I can. But if I had to, I could smoke a bowl in the morning, and I could go all day. I would prefer to smoke at lunch, and then go till nighttime. But, you know. I don't know. I don't think those are linked. I don't think schizophrenia and shrooms are linked. They say weed and schizophrenia is, but I don't think you see any potheads that are schizophrenics, you know? You don't see Willie Nelson looking at demons flying around and shit. You know, it's propaganda for that. I don't think shrooms... I mean, I don't know, but I don't think those are linked to schizophrenia. And that's like a brain issue that you would get, you know? I don't think something would suddenly just switch like that from a... Maybe. I can't say. I can't say. I think... But just, yeah, you know, fuck it. Maybe try some shrooms one day, but you know what? If... Take little bits of weed. Maybe you would like weed in an edible, you know, small amounts in there where it would just kind of feel like a body high. It doesn't really affect you so mentally. Edibles affect you more physically, like body and relaxed and like jello. So that would be a thought. Oh my god, I gotta play. I fucking forgot. Okay. Let's shoot this guy. He's gone. Beginner computer. Put some more men. Oh, wait a minute. We can take all these guys and win the game. Yes! Woohoo! Yeah, you don't really want to go to bed. You might have had too much, but I probably would advise laying down right after having, unless you ate too much and you have to lay down because your head is bothering you or something. But you just gotta stay up and watch like a funny movie or something, you know. That's the problem. If you go lay down, you can, like you said, you get stuck in your head and you can start thinking about shit and it can get too deep. Keep that mind somewhere else. But you know, it's not for everybody. You know, like I said, my brother doesn't smoke because it bothers him too much. You know, it's not for everybody. People experience things in totally different ways. But anyway, I should go before my wife gets home and gets pissed that I'm still on. But Em, I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you pulling out my life story. People now know, right? Unless this video gets demonetized, which then I'll take it off of YouTube. But not demonetized, I mean copyright stricken for the music I played at the beginning. But anyway, you have a good one too, man. You take care. And I hope everything goes well.